We're just very fortunate. We are blessed, and I do think it's because we never meant to do this. This just happened. We really started from a place of love where we thought we could make a difference in in the dogs' lives. We didn't care about the people so much, we really cared about the dogs.
Satchel's Last Resort, this is Michael Ann.
We were a rescue that took dogs that no one else would take.
Okay, well, the first step in the process is to fill out our application. There is a surrender application on our website, satchelslastresort.org. That will be the first step. And we'll certainly do everything we can with you, to get her in.
Okay, so you filled out the surrender form, and then we've called you back within 72 hours, hopefully, to tell you whether you're going to go on the list or whether the ratio that we have, we simply can't help you. And then we do try to offer suggestions, because my big thing is you don't have to solve a problem to live with it. I mean, all of us who work here or who are affiliated with this place, most of us have multiple animals, and a lot of times those animals don't get along. I have 7 dogs, and I live in a divided house. To me, a divided house is just what you have to do to take care of your animals.
We want to take these dogs who've basically been cast aside by society, give them a chance to overcome their fears and work with them one-on-one. I think he's thinking about taking a dip, but he doesn't like the look of the water. When we have a new dog come into Satchel's, we assess what their needs are, what their fears might be. Some of them are just fearful of humans. Some of them are fearful of other dogs.
So Millie is a very young dog. She's probably 1 to 2 years old. She was picked up on the street as a stray. And the first time I started working with her, she wouldn't even walk through the fence gate to come outside. She was so terrified of sounds, people, noises. Just to get her to come walk out here was a big step for her. And introducing her to Chewy has made her see that strangers are okay. By her watching Jill with Chewy, she can see that new people are okay. She's made a lot of progress, but it's baby steps for her all of the time.
What differentiates Satchel's from other rescues really is we give our animals time. They have time to get over whatever trauma they had or whatever physical ailments they have. We don't rush them here. They have time, we can work with them.
We take a look at their needs, and if we have a volunteer who's available on our Wolfpack team, we assign that volunteer to a dog, that volunteer basically becomes a mentor to the dog.
The Wolfpack is a program that they started a few months ago where one volunteer will take on a specific dog as a project. And so they will work on training the dog, getting the dog experience in whatever it is that's making the dog afraid, to get them more prepared for going to a home. The end result of everything we do here is to try to get the dog adopted.
Their owner passed away, and the daughter, the daughter tried to care for them, which they're a hound breed. They like to bay. So that is something to think about if you were going to consider Duke.
We don't have training for our staff, but our staff learn from each other, and our dogs are difficult. They know that coming in. Satchel's Last Resort started because of a dog. We found a dog in Chicago 23 years ago, and even though we were on the board of a shelter, they would not take that dog. So we ended up boarding him at some facilities, and we would go walk him, and then we ended up bringing him home. And just being with us and interacting with our own dogs, he never became a great dog, he never became a family dog, but he became a dog that had a life and that we were able to take out and walk and play with our own dogs. So that made us realize that, you know what, we think love turned this dog around, and we're wondering if we can turn some other dogs around too.
No, you tell him. You tell him what it is.
And this is Kaya. Kaya is an owner surrender, and she has been distrustful of people since then. She has a tendency to lunge and snap when she first meets people that is very scary to her. but she's gotten much better. Everywhere we go, I try to make sure that she meets somebody new and that they give her treats and that she will sit and take the treats. And so she's getting much better at reacting to people and not being as afraid.
Most of our dogs that are here do have issues. So we encourage you to come back multiple times. So we've had people spend 4 months coming here once a week or twice a week to get to know the animal they want to take home. And it's worked. It works, but we don't, I think it's why we have such a low surrender rate. In 2021, we took in 214 animals and we adopted out 199 of those animals. The other difference is every animal we adopt out would be dead if we hadn't taken that animal.
Ronnie came into Animal Services in May. He had inverted eyelashes, which is the eyelashes go into the eyes, and each time they blink, the dog is in pain. He was found as a stray, and due to his breed being a Rottweiler, they decided they were going to euthanize him at Animal Services. And the person who was going to euthanize him had a sudden change of heart because he seemed sweet. He came here and he was provided with the treatment to repair the eyelashes.
So this is Arthur. Arthur was born without a cerebellum. The disease itself is the inadequate development of the cerebellum. His was inadequate to the point where he had no cerebellum. So his cerebellum was liquid. Now, the cerebellum is very important in that it controls your motor movement. It controls your balance, your coordination, your walking. So Arthur basically should be able to do nothing. And he is my miracle boy. Not my miracle boy, our miracle boy. The neurologist said there's nothing he could do for us, but he said just take Arthur home and do as much physical therapy with him as you can think of, do as many things as you can think of. And then, I don't know when it started clicking with him, but he started to be able to swim. And he could, for the first time ever, he could actually get to where he wanted to go, and he liked that. Other thing we do, the other huge change for him has been with the strengthening. When he was down on the ground when we first got him, all he would do is wiggle. He couldn't pick himself up. He couldn't do anything like that. He now starts picking himself up. So the front of him will be picked up like this, and he'll look like he's getting ready to stand, and he'll sort of launch himself. And he has walked probably 5 to 10 steps, and then he falls. There's people who are much more medically versed than I am who swears he will not walk. Because I don't know he can't walk, I swear he will walk. I think Arthur is going to be walking one day. Another thing we do every day is we go in his wheelchair. When I first put him in the wheelchair, he didn't get it. His legs would go back and he would I used to call it his Superman. He would go back like that. Now he knows that if he wants to get somewhere, his legs have to go like this. So he suddenly is walking that way. Anyway, he's about 2 years old now. He is the sweetest, nicest dog. He's just a miracle. Every single thing he does is a miracle.
People ask me how I can be here. They say, oh, I'd want to adopt every single dog. And at first, maybe you do, but you know what? You're serving a purpose. The dogs are getting love. They're happy here. I'm here because I love dogs. I love my babies.
We're just very fortunate. We are blessed, and I do think it's because we never meant to do this. This just happened, and that has given us amazing volunteers, amazing staff, and our adopters are just incredible.
Wonderful, wonderful dog. Thank you all so much for what you do out here at Satchel's, and we're very thankful. He's gonna have a wonderful life with us.
Wonder boy.
All right, Mama's gonna help you. There we go, baby. Okay, Jimmy. A wonderful day. Again, thank you to Satchel's for completing a family.